Old man's beard is a climbing, spineless vine typically found in the tops of other browse plants or growing in fence rows. The vine itself is pale green, and it may grow around a standing dead plant or atop a brush pile to appear its own shrub. There are fine hairs on the stems and leaves, and you will notice a slight stickiness to it if handled. The trunk of older plants may appear almost woody in texture. Old man's beard is considered a #1 choice browse plant in North, Central, and South Texas, and is a #2 choice plant in West Texas. Regardless of where it grows, you can most likely see a browse line on it. It is heavily browsed by all classifications of livestock, exotic, and deer species, and responds to heavy pressure by growing upward and away from the pressure. The leaves are very soft, 3-lobed, usually 1 to 2 inches in length, pubescent and opposite with crude protein levels exceeding 20% in the spring and summer months. The flower is a brilliant, round, yellow-white single starburst with prominent yellow tip stamens. The fruit is long, silky white hairs that contain multiple small brown to black seeds, thus the namesake of the plant resembling an elderly gentleman's long white beard. The wind actually spreads the seeds when the white tassels separate from the plant, thus carrying the attached seeds with it. Old man's beard is a valuable plant on the landscape. It grows throughout Texas and in many different soil types and elevations, but is limited by heavy browsing pressure. In some cases, the thick climbing vine can damage other plants and cause them to break in high winds. The same can be said along fence rows where the plant growth can be excessive. Various bird species nest in the protective tangle of leaves and vines, as do bees and wasps, so care must be taken when approaching a large thicket. Small critters such as rabbits and quail can use the lower growing vines as protection and cover and/or nest sites. Prescribed fire can kill the plant entirely if the fire is hot enough, and chemical herbicides are very effective as well. Heavy equipment has little effect on it since it is hard to uproot. However, the newly exposed plants are very susceptible to browsing pressure, so if you remove the adjoining plants around it, it may be browsed to eventual death. Old man's beard is a beautiful plant on the landscape when it is flowering or setting seed, but care may need to be taken to keep it off your fences, but allow it to grow in the pastures.